Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. My name is Sarah Louise, and today we're going to be talking about how to prepare for the new year that's ahead of us. It's almost 2026, and maybe by the time you're watching this, it's literally 2026. And I just think it's crazy how time is going by so fast. Soon enough, it's gonna be 2030, and I love making videos like this because it's not only about helping you guys, but it also helps me to really lock in and think, have I done that? Am I in the position of giving this advice? You know what I mean? It's just such a good time to set new intentions, purge the new you, shift into a new identity, and just start really doing the things that you've been wanting to do. So if you are feeling like you want this year to be your year, you want things to change for you, and you want to finally say, I got things done this year, I accomplished things that I've been wanting to accomplish for years this year, then I'm going to be telling you what I usually do to start my new year, and some things that I've already done, some things that I'm still going to do. First of all, starting with decluttering your home. This is so important because I feel like so many of us are just carrying out old clothes, objects, old things that you don't really use, and you just are emotionally attached to these things for whatever reason, whether it's because it was a gift or because it reminds you of a memory. But at the end of the day, all it's doing, it's just cluttering your space. And let me tell you, when your space is cluttered, so is your mind, so is your energy, and so is your goals. So, first of all, let's go through every single drawer, every single in the kitchen, in the room, in the bathroom. Excuse me. I just finished eating my lunch, so excuse me. But anyways, let's go through under the sink in the bathroom, your clothes that are hanging in your closet, your shoes, everything that you don't really wear, don't really use. And this one is really important. Everything you don't love, let go of it. Let go of it and make space for the new to come in. I literally do this like 6 times a year, if not more. I am constantly going through my closet and going through my bathroom, my entire house, and just making sure that everything that I do have aligns with the person that I am. And first of all, that I'm even using, because I don't like the idea of being a hoarder, and I also know that there's other people out there that could truly benefit from something that I'm holding on to that I don't even use anymore. And I think it's really funny too, because I have a lot of friends that are like, oh, I've had this since I was in middle school. And I might have like one or two, maybe like a photo or an object from middle school or from like back in the days. But when it comes to clothes and shoes, everything that I have is truly, truly what I love and what I wear. And I'm constantly thinking, how can I make this even more? How can I be even more minimalistic with what I have? Not in the sense of I'm only gonna have one dress. No, I love clothes and I love shoes, but I know how much it clutters your mind when your space is cluttered. And the more you have, the more that you don't need that you have, the more cluttered you feel. Have you ever noticed how when you clean your room or you deep clean your home, you just feel like there's a shift in energy, you feel more relaxed, you feel more at peace, right? So that's what's gonna happen when you let go of the old. And not only that, I'm sure that you want new clothes, I'm sure that you want new shoes and new experiences and new mental space. So let go of everything that you no longer use, that no longer serves you, and make room for new. Because also there's this theory that when you keep like old shoes and ripped clothes and just things that are like stained and dirty, it basically gives your brain the same satisfaction of, or the not satisfaction, but the same, it makes it okay for you to do that with other things in your life too, basically. So if you are, why is the sun so strong? I hope you can still see me. When you are okay with keeping things that don't serve you, you're telling your brain that it's okay to do that in other areas of your life, in your relationships, in your finances, in your experiences. So start with the physical, right? Because that's what we have the most control of at the end of the day. It's really hard for you to just get inside your brain and pick things. And I mean, you can do it, it's not like it's impossible. But the easiest way to start is physically. When you physically look at everything that you own and you really think, does this bring me joy? If you know, is this something that I love? Is this something that I use? Is this something that aligns with the person that I'm trying to be and the person that I'm creating? If the answer is no, then let it go and detach. One thing that I learned that really helped me is memories are not in things, memories are in your mind and in your head. If you have gone through experiences, for example, with certain clothes or certain objects, and that you don't want to let go of them, just remember that the true experience is in your heart, is in your mind. You don't need an object to prove any experience. And obviously it's different for everything. I'm the type of person, I don't care if you're dead, I don't care if, I know this sounds a bit ruthless, and I mean, it depends on the thing. Like I'm saying, if, for example, if it's like a decoration thing for my great grandma that I really love and I love having it in my home, it's like, okay, like I'm gonna leave it. But if it's like a decoration thing that I hate and I'm only keeping it because it's for my great grandma and she passed away, then it's like, okay, now I'm just cluttering my home because I'm trying to keep a memory that is forever gonna be in my mind. I'm forever gonna love my great grandma. I don't need to keep this to remember her, So it's, you ask yourself and you will know the answer, but don't be attached to physical things, because that is how you don't make room for new things to come. And I'm not saying new materialistic things, I'm saying new experiences, new people. Make room and start with your physical. Okay, I think you guys got that. I think I covered it all when it comes to the cleaning out your space. And then the second one, which I actually have to do this one myself, is cleaning out your phone and your computer. Oh, even saying that makes me already a little overwhelmed because I don't really like doing it. I think that it's a bit exhausting and overwhelming, but it's necessary. My computer keeps telling me your desktop is full. I think that's how you say it. And I'm just like, cancel, because I just didn't feel like deleting anything. And it's not even from a attachment place, it's just that I'm lazy to delete it. But making room for other things, even in your phone, will also clear out space for new things to come, and it'll make you feel more organized too. Like, that's the main point of this message, is to be able to feel organized with the things that you use on a daily basis. So this is my reminder as well. Clean out your camera roll, your notes app, your contacts, your email, your apps, your photos on your computer, your files, everything that you don't need, old resumes, old everything. Delete it and let go. I also have this like thought sometimes that I'm like, well, what if I need this? And it's like, you've had this file for 7 years and you haven't needed it until today. Why would you need it now or later? And like I said, I'm not saying like important things. Obviously, don't just go out and throw out your social security card or your passport. Like, obviously not. Just everything that's no longer of service to you. Old things that you never look at, never use. Pictures that don't mean anything, screenshots. I take so many screenshots. I take so many pictures of the sky and just random pictures that are just accumulating in my camera roll. And don't get me wrong, I'm not gonna delete all my sky pictures, but sometimes I'll take like a bunch and I'm like, okay, you can just keep 1 or 2. Okay, anyways, that was it for the decluttering part. Declutter your physical space, declutter your apps, and you will feel such a space of energy. Okay, the second thing is fasting and praying. I really hope that you can see me well in here. I know it's a bit light, but it's fine. I look like an angel who came down from heaven. Just to tell you this. And this is my light shining. Okay, that was a joke. I wish that was true. But anyways, what was I saying? Okay, fasting and praying, right? The reason why I say this is because fasting has so many benefits, not just spiritually, but also for your physical body. But in this sense, spiritually, it really helps you to have a reset and to really align yourself with your goals. And don't get me wrong, I'm definitely a foodie. It's hard for me to fast sometimes because I constantly, especially since I work out, right? I constantly just want to make sure that I'm getting enough protein. I also love to food is kind of like an emotional thing sometimes, not just for me, but for so many people that I know, and maybe for you too. But it's like, okay, I'm gonna watch this, so I'm gonna eat while I watch it, or I'm gonna hang out with friends, so we're gonna go eat, or we're gonna have a picnic, whatever it may be. Food is just such a big aspect of our lives, and I feel like sometimes it can literally cloud our minds because instead of thinking about everything else, we're always thinking about where we're gonna eat next, or have we eaten enough, or we need to make time for eating and grocery shop. At least for me, I'm very much like that, to the point where I've noticed the days that I do fast, it's like I have so much more extra time because I'm not preparing my food, I'm not taking time eating. But that's not the point. The point is that fasting will not only bring you closer to God, it will give you such a good clarity of mind, and it'll help you with your discipline too. Because when you go a specific amount of time without fasting, you can go without eating, you can go like 24 hours without food, or you can do it for like 3 days where you only eat from 12 to 6 p.m 12 p.m to 6 p.m, or you only eat from 12 p.m to whatever time. You make the rules. Just make sure that you like know what you're doing. Maybe look it up or ask someone who's fasted before. You will just feel such a need for food when you're fasting. That always happens to me, and that is why I'm saying that it's so hard for me to fast, especially if I'm working or something like that, because it's like your flesh will start to crave all these different foods. Some people may get dizzy, some people may get nauseous. And again, I'm not a doctor, so this is not legal advice, like doctor advice. If you have health problems, definitely check in with your doctor to see how long you can fast for and etc. But for me, the times that I fasted for 24 hours, I felt so irritated. I felt like the enemy and everyone else was coming to attack me. I just wanted to explode, and it just wasn't a good feeling. But every time that you're supposed to eat, pray instead. Pray and surrender. When you really feel like you're craving something, maybe read the Bible. And I'm telling you right now, that will open up your mind to so many new ideas, and it'll make you feel like you're more connected to God. What's going on here? So fasting is just another way to kill your flesh, right? And if you don't know what that means, what does killing your flesh means? So we have the flesh and we have the spirit. And when you are in God, you want to follow the spirit, right? You want to do the things the right way. You want to make sure that you're following God's commandments. But and even if you're not in God, honestly, I feel like everyone should be led by the spirit, because your flesh wants you to just eat whatever, sleep whenever, do whatever, whether it's good or bad for you. It doesn't care. But when you're in the spirit wants you to do what aligns with what God wants for you. And when we're in the flesh too much, when we never fast, we never take time to be with God, and we are just following what the flesh wants, sinning every single day, all the time, desensitized to sin. It's like you start to live more in the flesh than you're living for the spirit, and it's like you get desensitized even from the bad things that are happening to you and the things that you know that are bad for you. So for example, if you have been skipping your prayer time, if you've been eating bad, if you have no discipline, fasting is a good way to kind of get you back where you want to be, especially with your relationship with God. Because instead of it just being like, oh, I'm gonna change, it's like, no, fasting will force you to change. We all need food, we all love food. So, and if you don't love food, we need to talk, because what's going on? But anyways, we all need food to survive. So when you tell your flesh you're not eating, I'm going to tell you when to eat, it's like you're like playing with your flesh, and you're like teaching it how to be disciplined and how to control it and all of those things. So yes, take a day or 2 or 3 where you know that you can fast, and make sure that your last meal before your fast is good and your first meal before your fast is good too, just so that you can feel good and healthy. But yeah, fasting and praying. Every time you want to eat, pray and surrender to God. You're not gonna starve, you're gonna be okay, unless you have health problems, like I said. But just pray and set your intentions, which brings me to the third thing, is that setting your intentions for the year that's coming is so important. Instead of just going into the year blindfolded and like, okay, like I just want to have a good year, my New Year's resolution is to make more money. No, babe, we need to set a clear intention of what it is that you really want. How do you want to make more money? Is it by having your dream job or your dream business, or by being a stay-at-home mom whose husband makes so much money? No, there's many different things, and there's no judgment here. You can want what you want. So sit down with yourself, get your little journal, get your little Bible or book, whatever it is that you need to have with you to set your intentions, something that inspires you, you know, get that and look at it and think, okay, how do I want my year to go from January to March? And then you write that down. And then from March to June, and then June to September, September to December, you know, break it down in different. Ooh, I just had to stop recording because this guy was gonna give me a ticket, but it's fine now. Everything's resolved. I paid for parking. And next thing, what was I saying? Fasting and praying. Okay, so far I've said to declutter your home and your space, some fasting and praying, set your intentions. Okay, so set your intentions for the year that is to come. What do you want to achieve? How do you plan on getting there? How do you want to feel? What person are you trying to become? Where do you want to be in 5 years? Where do you want to be in 1 year? You know, what version of yourself do you want to be a year from now when you're setting your new intentions for 2027? You know, really write those down and then sit with it. And then I think this is number 4 or 5, doesn't matter, but make a vision board. I have been making vision boards for years. I started, I think, in 2021, and I did like 3 to 4 of them, but then I stopped last year. I didn't make one, but this year I'm making one before the year ends. If you want to know, it's December 30th. By the time I post this video, it's probably going to be 2026. I already got my pictures and everything. What I usually do is I go on Pinterest, and I just scroll down and I really look through, and I'm like, okay, what aligns with the person that I'm becoming? What do I want to have next year? First of all, like, yes, spiritual is very important, but I also like to have a physical idea of what it is that I want. If it's a car, if it's a house, if it's a trip, all those things. Get the best picture that makes you get so excited and happy, and then have those be printed out. Obviously you can do your vision board however you want. This is how I like to do mine because it'll actually last, and it's something that I can see physically instead of just having it on my phone or something. So print out those pictures. I'm a little extra, so I print about 20 to like 25 to even 40 pictures, and I like to have more pictures than what I actually need so that I can have options, and you know, I can just make my vision board really pretty and really aesthetically pleasing so that I can look at it every morning and every night and make sure that I know what I'm working towards. When you're sad, remember this is what you're working towards. When you're mad or upset or motivated or undisciplined, remember this is what you're working towards, and you are the only person in your life that can achieve your dreams. God is with you and he will help you, but your mom can't do it for you, your boyfriend can't do it for you, your girlfriend can't do it for you. It's only you. So get up and create that vision board, whether you want to do it on your phone or physically. Make sure that you have your goals in front of you and that you can physically see them so that you can focus on what it is that you need to do. If you wake up late one day, if you have a bad day and you want to have a reset, you can look at it and you can be like, this is what I'm working towards. Yes, so vision boarding, dream boarding, whatever you want to call it, let's get to it, because that is really going to help you be mentally where you want to be by remembering where you want to be. Yes. I guess the last thing that I want to say is to start, and when you fail, don't give up. Even if you fail hard. If you fall down and you just think, oh, I can't recover from this, it's okay. Don't wait for the next year. Don't wait for the next Monday, the next month, the next week. Just do it now. Do it now. Forgive yourself. Give yourself grace. We're only human. And if you're really trying to become a different person, you're going to fail sometimes. There's going to be times where you just don't do what it is that you needed to do. And that is okay. Just focus on your goals, focus on the stuff that you wrote down, focus on your vision board, and if you really need, do another fasting and prayer to just realign, and everything is going to be okay. This year is our year, guys. We are going to be achieving so much greatness, and that looks different for all of us, but whatever it is for you, I pray and I wish you the best of luck. Happy New Year. Bye.